welcome back to Talk to Me. And of course, I'm Denise Jones, and I'm here with my co-host,
Sweet Tea,
and
Kayla Thompson,
and Clifton Joseph.
And our guest on this Juno Award edition of Talk to Me is the lone woman in a man's world in the 5 nominees in the Best Reggae Recording category.
Yes.
And Clifton, you were just reminding me that we haven't said the 5 nominees in the category. And they are, of course, our guest Ammoye and...
Blessed,
And...
Dogmatics.
and Esco Levi, who we just spoke to.
Yes, and Jay Cartier, the up-and-comer, who we're going to be talking to as well. Ammoye, welcome to Talk to Me. Take it, sweetie. Yeah, nice. Still looking fabulous as always.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Honey, you don't have to.
You got it on. You got it
Thank
on.
you.
I want your stylist.
Oh, I style myself, so you can call me anytime.
Okay, well, there you go.
Anytime.
Let's kick off with the Junos. You got a nomination for Sorry. This is not your first nod. So let's talk about Sorry and this particular track. Tell me a little bit about how you got it. Obviously, you were schooling me on the bass line because I thought I heard one bass line. But where did the song come from? Tell me a little bit about it.
It's actually a little bit of Alton Ellis's Girl I Got a Date is where that beat was influenced from. And I got it. The producer is Kirkle Dove. He's a producer out of Jamaica.
Kirk Bennett. Yes.
Well-known drummer.
Yeah.
And Natasha Von Castle, he got it through Natasha Von Castle to get it to me, and I heard the track. It's been a few years that I had that track, and it took me a while to connect with it, to have to make the right song fit with the beat. And finally one day I was lying on my bed. I write a lot of my songs when I'm lying in my bed. For some reason, it's my happy place.
Yeah.
You know, I zen out and I'm in my bed and I go into my, it's like a meditative state, I call it, where I hear melodies and lyrics that will come to me, and then I write them down, and that was how that song came about.
Awesome.
It's about apologizing when you realize that you've messed up in a relationship. You've done wrong, and you have to be the big person. Because, you know, we Jamaicans sometimes... Well, talking for myself. I'll talk for myself, you know. Sometimes, little but Talawa is really an understatement.
Yes.
Because sometimes my mouth can get away with me. But I've learned now how to, you know, take control of my emotions and not have my emotions control my actions. And I felt I needed to apologize. And that evening when I was lying in my bed, I felt that was a song to write on the beat, and here we are today.
Were sorry.
I was sorry. I apologized.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't mean the things I said. And here we are today.
And you were the bigger person,
I was
so
the bigger
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
You have to
yes,
grow up
yes.
sometime, right? And,
It takes a big person to say they're sorry.
So, Ammoye, there's been so much fusion when it comes to the different musical genres lately. Artists like Party Next Door, Drake, Major Lazer, they've all kind of dabbled in the EDM world, trap world. How do you feel about that, and how has it influenced the reggae genre? Is it taking away from it? How do you feel?
I don't think so. I think it's good for reggae because it brings reggae to audience that weren't introduced, probably didn't know about reggae music, or probably knew about reggae music, but weren't really listening to reggae music. So these opportunities to get reggae into those places where it normally isn't readily available, I think is a good thing. It's a good thing.
Nice.
And plus, reggae music is really about the heartbeat, the soul. I call the music that we make it's reggae. It's music for the soul. It feeds the soul. And when people connect with it, you can't deny it. So I understand why people are not coming on board and want to jibble and dabble with it. It's a good thing.
So do you see yourself dabbling as well too? Would you try an EDM track at all?
Oh, absolutely. My first album I've done that.
Okay.
My first album was with Rise Ashen that came out in 2010, and it was a fusion album.
Afi Win.
Yeah, Afi Win.
Yes.
Afi Win, yeah. So I'm open. I'm open. I'm open to the universe giving me and telling me where I need to be, when I need to be there, and going with the flow.
Thank you, sis, for coming on our first show. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, women have complained that sometimes they have a difficult time in reggae, but I know that there are a lot of women in the reggae scene here in this country, in Toronto here. There are actually 2 women, all female reggae bands, Women Who Run Things and Sweet Sensation, not too long ago. And I know a lot of women representing. What's been your experience as a woman out there in the forefront of the game?
I do find that sometimes with some promoters in some situations,
Just
the women, some, not all. Yeah, I have to be fair. I have to be fair. Yeah, I have to be fair. Just some, you know, they will actually literally put the women in the background. You'll come on at a certain time when it's not the prime time to be showcased, and they try to do that. But then you have the promoters who allow you to just be, and give you the respect that you've earned over the. I mean, there's females with positivity that have been promoting positive music, and if they are, then give them the platform to do it. Don't try to hold them back. So, really, I don't even make that stop me. What is for me is going to be for me, and when my opportunity comes, I'm always ready for it.
Because the other thing too is that so many of the background singers, the backup singers, are female too. So a lot of times, I guess people might see them regularly
in the background. Well, I started in the background. I've done a lot of that.
I mean, there were many male artists who actually came front, who were in the background before, whether they were instrumentalists or they were actually, you know, harmony singers. But Ammoye, I come from. We always get these questions about gender issues in the areas that we work. And you are in a male-dominated industry. So, you know, you take a shot off of the promoter them a while ago, me hear it.
Some of them, yeah, some of them.
And I understand that. But my position has always been that the work is the thing. Have you found that by being the consummate professional you're on time, you're delivering?
Yes.
How has that helped to sort of facilitate facilitated your growth and your comfort in this man zone?
Building relationships. I do my best to always be consistent and always be professional, like you said, showing up on time, and make sure that I perfect my craft. So when I am called, I'm ready to do what I came here to do. And so that has spoken for itself, and the relationships that I've been building over the years have stood the test of time so far, and they keep calling me back and I do one show and it leads to something else. One opportunity leads to the next. So I just can only thank the universe for allowing me to do what I do and providing the opportunities for me to do what I do.
You speak a lot about the universe. I know you're a very spiritual person, and it's beautiful to hear you speak, actually. One of the things I love about what you say is that you are a light worker.
I am.
And for those who are not familiar with the term...
We don't mean red light.
You see what I mean? So when we speak about light workers, explain this a little bit for people who aren't familiar.
Absolutely. I'm going through a spiritual journey, awakening, a remembering of really falling in love with myself and accepting me for who I am and showcasing that wherever I go. Light worker for me means wherever I am in that moment, I am my true self, my authentic self, my higher self is what comes forward. I'm always about love and light and sharing and spreading that. And that is what, for me, a light worker is. Wherever I go, I am about the light.
Yes.
So if darkness is in my presence, it becomes light. It's, you know, darkness cannot win over light. Light always stands in the face of darkness.
I feel a light.
You've certainly lightened up the set.
Love light to everybody. Love light to everybody.
In our as we wind down, we want to thank you very much for being here with us. Ammoye, we're going to take a look at the Juno nominated video. The song is Sorry.
Sorry.
Talk to Me. Stay with us.